So I had a missed super chat, and to provide you guys context, this was a couple videos back titled "How White Clickiness Was Misdiagnosed as Racism," and the general theme or thesis of that is that having grown up with white people, predominantly, not a lot of black people in Wisconsin, that uh, and by extension going to school in Minnesota, also mostly white people, I had a hard time finding a job. And starting all the way in school and going well into my 30s, maybe even more. I don't know. I stopped hanging out with people in Minnesota. It's like middle school never ended. And what governed everything was clickiness. Did you belong to the right group? Were you popular? You thought, oh, this is going to end once the real world hits. No, it never does. It never does. And then it dawned on me, like, well, the reason I was getting shut down for jobs and things weren't going my way was because, nepotism and cronyism. Like, oh, well, we'll give the job to my nephew. We'll give the job to our frat brothers. We won't give it to the best man or woman qualified. And I said, but if you were a minority, I could totally see where you would think that was racism or discrimination or whatever else have you. Well, it's like, no, dude, that's just the way that was just the way white people rolled. Probably still roll to this day. And the conclusion or the moral of the story was that obviously not only white people are not the only ones who have cliques and BFFs and all that. And that whereas we have tried to address racism through diversity hirings and affirmative action and stuff like that, it won't solve that original problem, which I say was the core of the problem, and that is you have clickiness. So in the past, it may have been Thaddeus giving Chad McDicksuckerson III from his frat days the job instead of the best person. Now it's going to be LaDasha giving her best friend Amy the job because girl power. And not a damn thing has been solved. So that was the context. So this young man, I presume young man, did a $5 super chat that I missed at the last moment. $5. I'm too black to be accepted by white people and too white to be accepted by black people. Oh, you mixed race? Are you our President Barack Hussein Obama? It sucks. Can't normals use ChatGPT to see beyond traits? I gotta think about that. You're mixed race. Too black to be accepted by white people. Really, white people aren't. You're not getting at least the fake white acceptance from the liberal white people who want to like grab you. Look, see, I got a black friend. You don't have a bunch of liberal white people. You should move to a blue state. You won't have a single friend, but you have a bunch of frenemies. Like, look, see here, his name is Jerome. My name's Jason. No, it's Jerome. I'm a Republican. Shh. um, yeah, accepted by white people. Really? You mean accepted or paraded around like a brand new pet? That's seriously, that's what a non-white people got to think about when, especially on affirmative action, especially Democrats. Like, are they really your friend? Are they really your coworker? Are you just like a bragging piece? Like the way you could tell, are they picking on you? Even on a racial, not too off color racial jokes, but some to indicate they like you a little bit. They're like, they take a little snipe at you. Okay, then they like you. I can't see I can't see Democrats, period, making jokes. They're not funny people. They don't have a soul. They're not funny people. And then too white to be accepted by black people. I did not really believe that or think about it until, what was it? Obama was running for office and like, he ain't black enough. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Same thing with the American Indians. Like, the American Indians, I found they have powwows, obviously, and South Dakota has a big Indian population. And I was talking to an Indian, and he said, "What the hell is the girlfriend doing? Jesus Christ, you, you girls like." I'm surprised the house isn't blown up half the time when I get back. um, he's like, "Yeah, there was a fight." And I said, "Oh, what happened?" He's like, "Well, one tribe got in a fight with the other." I'm like like the Choctaws got in fight with the Blackfoot. He's like, "Yeah, like, they're different actual tribes." I mean, in this day and age, with the poverty that they're fighting each other. No different than it was pre-Columbus, I see. He's like, "Oh, yeah." God, all these problems, you're gonna fight about that. He agreed with me, by the way. But yes, I did know after Barack Hussein Obama, got elected, that there is a purity test. You ain't black enough. All this shit the black community's gotta worry about. And you're gonna judge someone because he's more of a mocha color than you are. I don't know why the dead last place have no clue. No clue. Meritocracy. Just you know what? Do your best, man. Get a degree like engineering, something where that you can just fly above all this shit. And you're like, oh my god, we need a chemical engineer. I'm a chemical engineer, a half white, half black chemical. We're like, we don't care. We need you. That will be $127,000 here. Thank you. And I'm not doing diversity and inclusion training. Okay. All right, that's it. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.